I think we can relate to the frustration of long, drawn-out conversations that go around and around in circles without any resolution, where you are looking longingly for the door, wanting to be anywhere but in that conversation at that moment. Misunderstandings, long, drawn-out conversations that feel like there's never an end and no resolution, bumbling and stuttering over words, forgetting a train of thought, feeling shut down, or the other person feeling shut down, afraid to speak up, feeling guilt or shame for words that you said or words that you wish you would have said but that you didn't, feeling anxious with a pounding heart, sweaty hands, and maybe a flushed face. Communication can be scary. Communication is vital to our relationships with our significant other, with our children, colleagues, coworker, boss. We have friendships and family. Yet communication is something that many individuals struggle with. It might be a lack of confidence and self-esteem. It might be a learned communication style from growing up years. Sometimes it's letting that nasty thing called insecurity be our coach, and you struggle with having effective and assertive communication. I like how Marshall Rosenberg in his book Nonviolent Communication says, when you're busy judging people, you have no time to love them. I also heard that one of the reasons when we meet someone and we promptly forget their name is because we're concerned for the impression that we are giving. So it's judgment for self. If you think about it, when we meet someone, we usually make a snapshot judgment in our minds about the individual based on appearance, personality, and instead of getting curious with an open mind for those around us and also for our own emotions and feelings in conversation. Picture for a moment, what if we all carried a posture of curiosity and empathy along with authenticity in our day-to-day lives as we communicate with those around us? You would take the judgment for self and for the other person out of the conversation and create opportunity for hearing what is actually being said. I love the term art of communication, and one of the best ways to make communication an art is by listening. So often we listen to respond, but what if we listen to hear? Do you actually hear what the other person is saying? Do you hear their heart? When we listen to hear, we are telling the other person that they matter and that what they have to say is important, which breaks down walls and it builds connection. One way to listen is using the words, "what I'm hearing you say is," and repeating back to the person what you heard. This provides them with an opportunity to feel heard or to rephrase it if you did not hear correctly so that there is an understanding. An experience that I had years ago with this provided me with an insight into the importance of these words. It was in a difficult conversation with a friend that had been going on for a long time, and it was around and around in circles with little to no understanding of where each other was coming from, and the tension was building. I said, "So what I'm hearing you say is," repeating back what I had heard without realizing the impact of the words. My friend said, "Yes, that's right," and immediately the tension just left the conversation, and I was left wondering, what just happened to this conversation? A few days later, my friend called and said, "You have no idea what that meant to me when you said what I'm hearing you say is." In that moment, I felt heard, and all the need to be right left me because I knew that you heard what I was saying. This was a huge eye-opener for me in how listening and communicating effectively can make all the difference in conversations and in our relationships. Communication is a learned skill, and talking in an assertive way will build confidence and self-esteem while it kills the misunderstandings and bumbling through difficult conversations. Practice, practice, practice. Put communication skills to work and observe the effect that it has on others and how it makes you feel. It does get easier, and I know that there are times that you might have to agree to disagree with someone. The win-win is when you can agree to disagree and continue to respect each other for where you are at. Also, keeping in mind that what you have to say does matter. If you are someone that has been passive for many years, or maybe you're shy or an introvert, and sometimes you feel like you're always on the sidelines and don't have anything to say, what you say matters, and it is important. I once heard someone say about another individual that did not talk a lot, when he speaks, you want to listen because it is always full of wisdom and has an impact. It doesn't matter who you are, your words matter, and what you have to say is important. Get the words out there because they can make a difference to someone else and make a difference to how you feel. Using humor in conversation can often diffuse tension, and it can also create space for different perspectives and invite connection. I have a close friend that uses humor, and I have often watched the effect it has on conversations with others and with myself. Often I'm way too serious, and a bit of humor lightens the conversation. It also provides me with a different perspective, shifting my mindset to one of creativity and solution focused instead of just that circle of negativity. Humor used to hurt someone or make fun of someone is not okay. However, we could call it kind humor, and it can change a tough conversation to one of repair and connection. Having a heart that reaches for honor and respect in every conversation will fire judgment, and it will build connection. When you have a mindset of honoring and respecting the other person, you will communicate in a way that portrays that which builds trust and connection. We all want to be respected, so why wouldn't we give what we want? Also, keep in mind, are you honoring and respecting yourself? It is easy, especially for someone that has been passive for years, to give to the other person, but to give up a piece of ourselves to do so. So get curious and ask yourself, am I honoring and respecting the other person? And am I honoring and respecting myself? Find freedom for yourself from these long, drawn-out conversations that seem to not get anywhere, and feeling frustrated with yourself for not saying what you want to say. Build the confidence to say what matters to you and build connection with others through communicating with confidence. If you're saying to yourself right now, I wish I had that confidence to talk without stumbling over my words or to leave those loud conversations behind, my grandma used to say, that is not an argument, that is a loud conversation. Or maybe it's just wanting to have the courage to communicate yourself to your boss at work or your colleagues. I can say it is possible to learn the art of communication and have those brave conversations and to build that confidence in yourself. If this is you, click on the link below to learn about a mentorship program that I offer to help individuals stop the spinning wheel of low confidence and begin living life with boldness and the freedom that you to just be yourself in conversation and just who you are. When you click that link, there will be an opportunity to schedule a free one-on-one discovery consultation where we will discuss how this mentorship program works, what your roadblocks are, and what your strengths are, and see if this is a program that's a good fit for you. And if it is, I will personally guide you through that mentorship program to get you the results that you want. So click the link down below. Click subscribe for more videos like this one, and say hello in the comments below. And if you're new here, introduce yourself. I like to hear from you. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.